gave me one oil like that I'll be using anytime I want to treat men. I met with one allergy. We had fun together. He paid me as usual. I started cuddling. Anytime we are together, I started falling sick. That I'm beginning to have smell. As Baba now told me, the only solution that he had, Yoruba used to call it one thing like that, rapada, that I have to use to buy myself over. This time around, Baba said the only solution again is to bring my only son again. I've sacrificed one already for myself. Good day, everyone. Chizzy, I'm so grateful for giving me the opportunity to come here today to share my story. Thank you so much, because it's been long that I've been messaging you. I am grateful that you finally give me this opportunity. I will not talk too much, so that I'll try and cut my story short and go straight to the point. Viewers at home, please, I want you to hear this story so that you can help me, because I really need help. It happened that I got married to my husband, which I had 2 children for. Everything went fine, but all of a sudden, my husband started misbehaving, bringing numerous women into the house. In fact, sleeping with them on the same matrimonial bed that we sleep on. Beats me in presence of them, even tell me to prepare food for his girlfriends that he's cheating with. I've reported to his families, reported to everyone, which to the extent that I even went to church, did a lot of fasting, and to no avail, he didn't change. So he went on and on and on and on. And when I couldn't take it anymore, I had to pick my son and my daughter, because I gave birth to 2 children for him. I had to leave, because I couldn't leave those children for him, knowing fully well that he brings women into the house, and I don't want the children to be polluted. So I had to take them with me. As at that time, I was not having any job, no business, no source of survival at all. But I had to leave, because the maltreatment was just too much for me to bear. So I took my 2 children and we started cutting with one of my friends, managing our lives, because I couldn't afford to get an apartment of my own. So there I was, managing and trying to survive with my 2 kids. When one day I went to the market, I bumped into one of my old friends that we went to the same school together, the same higher institution. We were classmates then. So when I met her, she was really happy, and I was happy to see her too. So we got along. We fixed a date and we hanged out. So I told her the predicaments of my life, and she's the type of person that she's really doing well. She has her own car. In fact, she's okay, though she has children too, like me, 2 kids like me, but she's not married. So I begged her and I asked her for the kind of job she's doing, so that she can help me, so that I too will be doing well just like she is. And she asked me if I would be able to do the kind of job she does. But I told her to just tell me. But unfortunately, she told me that she's into prostitution, which they are calling hookup now, and that's what she has been doing, and she's really doing fine with it. At first, I rejected, because doing hookup, which means that I have to sleep with so many men that I don't even know, going to places that I don't know for money. So I rejected, I refused, and I went back home. But when the suffer was too much for me, I had to go back to her and I accepted to do the job, which she accepted to introduce me to the job, but that I need to get some protections before I start the job. The following day, she took me to her baba, because there is this man that works for her. He's an herbalist. So when I got there, the baba did some cleansing for me, gave me some charms, which consists of the handband, gave me a waist bead, did some incision in my waist, and gave me one oil like that I'll be using anytime I want to meet with men. And all this he gave me as protection, so that when I meet men that are fetish or diabolical, so that they will not be able to harm me, or whichever of them that is having bad luck, so that I will not have that bad luck too. So everything went well. Started using it. I started working with my friend. Along the line, I had to move from the place I was living, Scotland, with a friend. So I had to move in with my friend, with my 2 children. So I started living with her, and everything was going fine. I started making money to the extent that I even bought a car for myself. Though I was still living with my friend, I bought a car because she didn't allow me to leave her place. She said since the place is big enough to accommodate me and my children, that I should just stay with the children. I was living a good life. My kids were okay. I was able to take care of my children. I was able to give them the life they wanted. I changed their school, put them in a better school, and things was going fine. Until one day, I met with one allergy. The allergy is a very wealthy man. We had our fun together. We kept company of each other, and he paid me as usual. But the allergy now said that since I'm a very good person to him, that I know my work, that he would like to introduce me to somebody. So that, which is his son, that he wants to introduce me to one of his sons, that the son will like me. Along the line, he introduced me to this young man, very tall, handsome man. In fact, he's a man that you won't even be able to reject. He has everything a man has. So we got along with the man. I liked the man, and we started going out together. But what now happened was, the man told me that I should leave my friend's place and move in with him, that he wants a relationship and not the usual fling company stuff, that he wants to have a relationship with me, that I will have to stop all these things that I'm doing, that I will not go with another man anymore. I have to focus on him alone, which means that he wants to have a real thing with me. So, which I initially refused, but I later agreed, and now moved with him, with my 2 children. I started living with him, and he told me that he doesn't want all these beads that I'm putting in my waist, that he doesn't like the beads, that I should remove the beads, or he doesn't like too much accessories, that he just likes me the way I am, which I agreed. I removed everything, started living with him. He placed me on salary, so I didn't even feel it. I didn't need to do any job. He paid me, gave me everything I needed, took responsibility of my 2 children. But the only thing that amazed me is that during the time we were together, the man didn't even ask for any. Anytime I complain that since I've been with you, since I've met you, you didn't have anything with me, he will say no, that I should not worry, that he's just trying to get to know me, that he wants to really know me very well. He doesn't want to start with that one, that when we are married, that he will do it. But later we started cuddling. Anytime we are together, he will cuddle, he will, and that will be all. So I agreed, since it's not like he was punishing me with money. The only thing that he didn't do with me was that sex. So with time, anytime I need it, I used, because I later got all these toys for myself that I was using then, because having to do that kind of job before, so there are so many times that I will yearn for it, I'll need it, but because he didn't want to do it with me, so I started using those, to the extent that I even do it in his presence. Even when we are together, I'll use it in his presence and enjoy myself, and he won't complain. He doesn't complain. Sometimes he even gets them for me to enjoy myself. So we stayed for 3 months, and he got to a time he told me that he wanted to travel, started planning his traveling, that he will be back by so time, which I agreed. After all, I was actually living with him in his place, so I was feeling so secure that nothing will happen, which he did. He traveled. After his traveling, after like 1 week, anytime I call him, his number got switched off. He doesn't call back. He doesn't call me. No messages. I didn't hear from him anymore. He went blank. And the thing is, I don't even know any member of his family that I will go and even ask of him from. So I kept on holding on, thinking maybe something has happened to his phone, or probably he lost his phone and my contacts has gotten missing or something. But after waiting for some time, he didn't come. I didn't hear from him. It wasn't too long, I started falling sick. Seriously ill, to the extent that I couldn't stand up, I couldn't go anywhere. People around me started complaining that I'm beginning to have this very strong foul smell, that I'm beginning to have smell, as in I'm like something rotting. And it's not like I have any injury or any wound, but anytime people stay around me, my kids complain. My daughter, she will complain bitterly, "Mommy, you are smelling. What's the problem? Didn't you have your bath?" Sometimes I even went as far as I bought a lot of perfume to put on my body, yet people will still perceive that smell. So I called my friend and I complained to her that this is what people complained of, and she said, confirmed it, that yes, that immediately she came in, she perceived the smell, that is true. So I begged her that I needed help, that what can be done. And she said we should go back to that Baba. And when I got to the Baba asked me some questions. He asked if I still use those beads, those things that he gave to me for protection. I said no, that it's been long I used that bead and the handband, that since I started dating this man that traveled, that he didn't want it anymore. And since I was not going to be doing that job, I had to leave the beads. The Baba was very angry. He complained that I shouldn't have done that. I should have been using the bead, that the bead would have stood as a very huge protection for me, that in case if there is anything that wants to happen, that bead would have protected me. But I begged the Baba that since I have already made that mistake, that he should just help me come up with any solution whatsoever, that I needed solution. So the Baba now said okay, that I should give him 2 days to do consultation and I should come back. So after that 2 days, I went back to the Baba again. Baba now told me that the only solution that he has, which I have to make my decision on, is that I have to do Yoruba used to call it one thing like that. They used to say irapada, that I have to use daughter to buy myself over again. That she's the one that they are sacrificed to buy myself over. That I don't need to bring her, I don't need to do anything. That there's something they should just give me, I'll rub over her face and the smell will go away and I'll lose my daughter. I shouted and I rejected it and I went back home. But after considering it for like 2 weeks, I couldn't go out because everybody is running away from me, and I needed to have my health back, because staying inside the house there, I can't fend for myself and the children anymore, because no man wants to continue with me that way where I'm smelling. People don't want to sit with me, don't want to even talk with me. So I went back to the Baba and I agreed. So he gave me the oil. I took it home and I did what the Baba said I should do. At that time, I did it. My daughter, we lost her, and I started getting my health back, to the extent that nobody perceived that smell again. So I started my job back. I went back to the hookup job. I went back, started doing the job and started making money. So along the line, that smell came back. And when the smell came back this time around, it now came back even more stronger. It was even worse, that I myself, I was even perceiving myself that it was worse. So I went back to the Baba again, and the Baba he asked me some questions and I answered him. He now said, okay, that the only thing that he's going to do for me this time is to have me, that he will use his power to cleanse it off from my body to himself, and because he is stronger and more spiritual, that he will be able to clean it off for me. Which I had no choice, I had to agree, since it's not like I'm going to bring anything this time. So the Baba did it and I became well again. I went back, I started doing my stuff back, my job. I started. Now I have only one, coping with her, living my life back. Later, wasn't up to 8 months, that same smell came back. This time around, I didn't quickly go to the Baba, but I went to the hospital. That probably there must be something that is wrong with me. But when we got to the hospital, they didn't see anything. They said I was okay. We ran all the tests they asked me to do. I did all the tests and they said I was fine. And I called my friend again. But this time, she didn't even want to be picking my calls again, because she was already getting tired of me. She was already getting tired of the fact that the complaints was too much, and she was even trying to be careful of me, so that what is wrong with me will not happen to her or start happening to her. So I had no choice. I had no one to go to, because when I called her to ask her if she has any other place I can go, instead of going to Baba, since I have gone to Baba 2 times and the stuff kept coming back, she said she does not have anybody. There is only that Baba that works for her. She doesn't know any other herbalist. That is only the Baba's work that works for her. So I had to go back to the Baba again. And this time around, the Baba said the only solution again is to bring my only son again. This time around, I felt so bad. Like I've sacrificed one already for myself. This is the only one I have, the only son that I have. How am I going to sacrifice this one again for something I already did before and it did not work out well. The thing came back. So I rejected and I told the Baba that no, that I'm not going to my son. So I left angry and went back home. As I'm speaking to you now, the house that I'm living, which is that man's house, because initially I thought it's the man that owned the house. I thought it's the owner of the house that he built the house. Now as it is, the landlord of the house has already given me quit notice that I should leave his house, that he doesn't want us there anymore, that he is the owner, and we cannot even, I can't even afford to pay for this rent, for the rent of this house anymore, because I've not been working. I've been sick. I can't do this job with this kind of sickness because people are running away from me, and I don't want to sacrifice my son. It's all I have now. Please, reason why I'm here to share my story. If there is anyone that can help, if there is any church I can go to, or any mosque, or any pastor, or even any herbalist that can help me to give a long-lasting solution to this sickness, because I hardly go out. Even if I want to go out, I used to have to cover my face with something so that people will not see me because of the foul smell. I mean, my skin is even wrinkling. I'm not even looking nice anymore. I need to survive. I can't continue like this. I've exhausted all that I have in search of solution for this sickness. Please, I need help. I want you to hear me out. I know that all that I did is not good. I have made this mistake and I really regret it. All I want now is solution. Please, I really need help. Anyone that has any help for me can please comment on the comment section or reach out to Chizzy to help me. I know she will get in touch with me and help me if there is anyone that has any lasting solution to my problem. I'll really be grateful if the audience can help. Thank you so much for listening to me. I really appreciate. May what is wrong with me not happen to any of you in Jesus' name.